21st, 2007. And this is a picture of Tony Mathis back then. And next to him was his son in this picture, which I've covered up. It says, football future of boy 9 sparks lawsuit settlement. Lawyers for both sides of a lawsuit huddled in separate rooms at the Tulsa County Courthouse trying to hammer out a compromise that would, diffuse the tense legal standoff. By late Friday afternoon, the case had been already taken. By late Friday afternoon, the case had already taken the time of 2 federal judges and most of the day for 1 state court judge. It required the services of 3 lawyers, 1 former Tulsa mayor, plus several clerks and a court reporter. Okay. All right. So that was July 21st, 2007. This next article is July, August, September, October. This article is 3 months later, October 19th, 2007. Page 1. Child's football case passed back to court. Okay, so 3 months later, it's still in court, passed back to court. So they had reached an agreement. This is me summarizing now. They had reached some agreement, but now they're back in court 3 months later. The parents of a 3rd grade Jenks football player were back in court Thursday after the league's governing body voted to remove the boy from his team. Okay, so that was, what was that, October 19th? Now it is October 23rd, okay? And I think they had given them till towards the end of October or something. It's October. This is another article. Okay, that was the 19th. This is the 23rd, a new article. The title of the article is October 23rd, 2007, Tulsa World, still the same newspaper. Jenks' 3rd grader is back in the game. Judge rules. A judge decided Monday that a 3rd grader Jenks football player should be allowed to return to his team and resume playing. Okay, so remember, we were in October 2007. Now this is June 28th, 2008. We were October. The last article was October 2007. This is June 28th, 2008. Dad files 3rd suit, meaning lawsuit, as son 9 is barred from football league. The father of a 4th grade Jenks football player, he's now in 4th grade, right? Because it's June 28th, has filed a 3rd lawsuit against the league's governing body because officials have said they won't allow his son to play Tony Mathis's lawsuits with this league. What ended up happening, as you'll read, is that I believe my interpretation is he started his own football league and that his son would play in. And he also, as far as my research tells me, and I have an article to show you, because it's the same name as the business that his name, which filed bankruptcy, called Game Time Sports LLC. And it was this company that that Tony made, that he was the president and head of, or whatever he titled himself, owner, doing business as Tony Mathis, doing business as Game Time Sports. And he started a league. Well, it takes a lot to start a league. People have asked, why are schools suing Tony Mathis? Why do churches sue Tony Mathis? Why are there so many lawsuits against Tony Mathis? And I don't know what Tony is referring to with regard to his family going through a hard time, but as far as I can tell from the lawsuits that I've looked at, and the businesses that were suing him, or the public schools or nonprofits or even churches, were people who the Game Time Sports had taken services from, and then they were suing them for unpaid bills.